everyone. Thank you, Joe.
My apologies. Somehow I lost my Zoom.
Deborah, what kind of phone you got? Android or iPhone?
She got lost again.
Wow.
She is a mic dropping fool today.
She's really good.
Yeah. She'll come in, she'll say, and take that. Boom, she's out. Oh, how we doing, guys? Everybody having a good morning? Happy Tuesday. Show of hands. Give me your face. If I can see your face, that makes a big difference. Thank you very much. Good morning, Miss Erin. Thank you very much. Brandon, good to see you, brother. Suzanne, thank you as well. Who else we got? Deborah, are you going to leave again? You sure you're going to stick around this time? All right, good to go.
I'm trying to stay. It keeps telling me that it's being live streamed, and when I go to close that little box, it's kicking me out. Like I didn't get it. So now I'm trying to move the box.
Deb, you got an Android or iPhone?
I do. It's Android, Samsung.
Okay.
I use Google Voice though. That's why I was having trouble importing the contacts, but we figured that out.
Don't click that. Click got it.
While I was moving that box earlier. Aha.
Folks, let's see. Mateo, good to see you, brother. God, what a nice treat. I haven't seen Mateo in a while. How are you, man? I hope the world's treating you awesome. I've been stalking on you, making sure you're doing well. It looks like business is going good. Anyway, Mateo the Extraordinary. Now that I love. That is awesome. Do me a favor, put your mics on. We're going to talk today. We're going to talk about the summit. We're going to talk about what's coming. This is an overview. Should be pretty much about 30 minutes for this. We're not going to go too deep into it, but I wanted to give you guys a good overview of it. Tiffany, let's see how good Tiffany is. She always matches and pairs trainings along with topics. Yeah, if you haven't noticed that, if we're having a topic, she usually has something that'll support and complement that in additional training. So, Mrs. Mosby, what's the training today?
It does plug in lead generation workshop, because I don't have an icon series, but that's okay. Lead generation workshop at 2 p.m. Eastern in the University Theater. So how did I do?
That was actually really, really good. It's a workshop. I love that, because that's kind of what the mastermind is all about. The GPS, the summit, it has one purpose, folks, and that is to put energy, to put systems, to put tools, to put actionable items in your pocket right away. And we are going to do that in spades. So I'm going to cover some of the people that will be at the summit, some of the topics that are going to be covered. I'll go a little bit deeper into it, I think. Hang tight. I got to pull this up and make sure I'm ready. I think I am. There we go. So yeah, I can do this. I can hit on it at this point. This is first and foremost fun. That's the reason we do that. Well, the reason we do this is we want to make sure that you have the best people around you all the time. Now, I've had a conversation with Tony DeFalco, with Fred DeFalco, with Paul Saperstein, with Deep, you and I were talking about this as well. With any of our leaders, we've all talked about this, and every one of them is going to be there. Tony's daughter's birthday is that day. He's figuring out a way to make sure he can be up here for it. Fred will be up here as well. Paul cannot. Unfortunately, that's the second time we've missed him, which is a shame, but he's like, I want my team up here. This is going to be amazing. We just did an event called Build. Hold on a second. Is there housekeeping I missed, Tiffany? I'm pretty sure I did.
No, that was it.
Oh, cool. Right on. Awesome. So I'll just carry on with it.
And then I dropped the link for Summit into the chat. That's it.
Terrific. We just did something called Build. And in Build, we had some amazing speakers. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of the people, seven of the people that are speaking at our event spoke at Build. Now, there's only about 7,000 of us there at Build. It was the top event for all of EXP. The largest we had Tony Robbins show up, which was actually amazingly cool. He was like right here. And the whole idea was to make sure that we had enough energy to push us through, that we had the tools and the things that we've talked about. So folks, this is now for you. All of these people are your business partners. Literally every single person I'm talking to right here is in some way, shape, or form your business partner. They were the ones on stage having conversations with 7,000 people in front of them. They're coming to have an intimate conversation with 300 of us, not one person more. We will sell out. If you don't have your tickets, please get them. Please. This is for you. If you have business partners, the person that sponsored you, say, listen, get one. Let's go there together. Let's do this. This is it'll happen. We're not going to do it twice a year anymore. It's going to happen once a year. It's local for the most part for a lot of us. Natasha's flying in, which is awesome, but she also gets to take her little baby to Disney for the first time. So total win there.
Nope.
No?
No, she's not coming. Just me.
Damn. Well, that's cool. I still got your hat right here. Anywhere until Natasha. She said, I'm committed to it. I'm going to take the ticket. I'm bringing my children. So I have a hat for you. I've got one for you. I only have one hat left, and it's for you. I'm sorry to hear that because that would have been so much fun. And it would have given Clark somebody to play with too. Now my girls are just going to be keeping Clark company. Folks, they're coming into your backyard to help you with your business, to give you some motivation, give you some tools, some tricks and training. Let's talk about who's coming. Some of you out there have heard of him. I'm going to give you a rundown on who he is. Brent Gove. Brent Gove is a very, very dear friend of mine. He is the top. He was a RE/MAX agent, sold about 300 homes a year with RE/MAX, then opted in 2009 to move to Keller Williams. Went to Keller Williams as a team leader. Took a market center from 155 to 500. That is an incredible effort in 3 years period of time. And then didn't like that role because he is really, first and foremost, he's a great real estate agent, has a team around 15 people that are working with him at this point. He started off with the open houses. That's where it came from. I met Brent at a seminar we were both talking at. And I was talking about REOs and I was talking about TV marketing because of our next partner in crime who introduced the two of us. They were the best. And I went and I stole from them. Please hear me on this one. If something works and somebody else is doing it, steal it from them. Steal it from them. Okay. That's what I did with Jeff and Marcy. I stole TV. Anyway, I'm sitting there talking to this guy, Brent Gove. Don't know who he is. Brent and I just hit it off like gangbusters. Absolutely fall in love with this guy. He is the most successful real estate agent in the entire brokerage I'm with, you're with, most of us are with. He is incredibly dynamic and always comes with tools. He will be speaking at the event not once, but twice on 2 different topics. And I promise you, you want to have your phone out and take some notes when he's talking. Our other speaker is Jeff and Marcy Willems. Jeff and Marcy, they run a team of about 800 people. Okay. And they started off with Jeff and Marcy. Jeff has never been a licensed real estate agent. He was a mortgage lender, but he ran into some leads. He kept giving them away. He didn't get any reciprocity. So he gave it to his wife who didn't want to sell homes. And she went out, she showed somebody a house. She came back and they got a check for like $8,000. This was back in 2005. And Marcy's like, do you have any more of those? I want to do it again. So I said, Jeff, what do you want to talk about? He goes, George, we started off building this. We have a very big team, but that's not really where we started. We started where we're like, all right, what happened in the beginning? How did we get ideas that work? How did we come up with lead generating things? And how did we test them to see if they worked and then implemented the ones that didn't and trashed the ones that didn't? So Jeff's going to have an entire conversation. I'm not going to steal his thunder about how to begin with the idea of what you want in the end, how to get there. He is incredibly dynamic. You will not get Marcy on the stage. She does not like that. Top agent in Arizona, but she will not get on the stage. Maybe we can get her on the stage if you all are going to be there, and you better be there. Everyone, I'm looking at all of you at this point. If we can get her on the stage, what we'll do is maybe we'll say, let's see if we can get Marcy up. If nothing else, just take a bow. They are my sponsors. They're the ones that introduced EXP to me and said, you got to look at this. They're also the ones that taught me about TV. We got into REO together. I copied their listing presentation from the Giddy Up. I copied their pizza box. I stole everything they have that's good. The only thing I didn't take from Jeff that's any good is his wife. Everything else I already own. I took it from him. Okay. And I challenge every one of you to plagiarize the ever living shit out of this. Just steal, because it's all for you. And these guys are going to be dropping some nuggets. Now, the next main speaker that we have is a lady named Sheila Fergeron. Sheila is the cultural icon, in my opinion, of our real estate brokerage. She is an amazing person. She's extraordinarily faith-based. She's a single mom, raised 2 children on her own, did a lot of work in the REOs, while she has an amazing real estate business that she runs and a full team that she runs too. It's kind of the same thing. She was the person that called up Brent and said, hey, Brent, I want you to take a look at this model, and sponsored Brent Gove. You'll get the impact of all of that. That's kind of cool in itself, but that's not Sheila. Sheila's this person that actually cares about people. I mean, a lot, like incredible. And she's going to be here and she's going to be talking a little more touchy-feel, a little more spiritual about the things that matter when we're helping other people and how we can support and be part of giving back. She's an incredible person. Incredible. She was the first person I sat down and spoke with. She doesn't know this yet, but Chris Bear and I, we did this when we first met her. She spent 2 hours with us at the first, when I was looking into this particular brokerage. She spent 2 hours with Chris and I, and we immediately had some flowers sent up to her room. And we're going to present her with some flowers again this time because she literally, and by the way, every one of these people is flying out, paying for their rooms, paying for their tickets, paying for their plane tickets and everything. I'm not obviously charging them a ticket for the event, but they are expending thousands of dollars to be here for you. Let that sink in. They are, with nothing coming back to them except your success, they are that committed. 5 of these people. It never happens anywhere else. All right. Sheila is amazing. I cannot wait for you to meet her. Coach Cliff Freeman, he was at our last event, as was Jeff and Marcy, and of course, Brent. Coach Cliff is going to be speaking as well. He is going deep into team building too, into how he's doing some lead generation. He is a Google Clicks lead generation expert. If you have a chance, have a conversation with him. He also does Cliff Notes. He does this thing on a weekly basis. It's worth following, and it's his podcast, and it is really, really good. He'll interview other people. He's just all about contribution. Now, remember, Cliff is flying out here. Cliff is not one of my sponsors. He's actually under Brent, but he's not one of my sponsors. He's coming out here because he said, George, I had a great time last time. I love the people and anything I can do to help. I said, Cliff, you don't owe us anything. You don't have to. It's up to you. He goes, are you kidding? I can't wait. I'd love to come speak to them again and hang out with your folks. For you. I can't emphasize how important it is and how amazing it is to have this kind of talent. All right, I'm saving what I consider to be the best for last. Folks, Miss Elizabeth Riley is flying out from Austin, Texas to speak to us as well. Elizabeth Riley is a consummate expert in real estate. She is a luxury agent in the Austin area, focuses on real estate as a whole, but her business kind of jumped up to luxury. Hang tight 1 second, everybody. Chris Mears, how are you, old boy? Good to see you, man. Been a while. How's the world treating you? How you doing, brother? The guy is in a suit and a tie, black suit, black tie, wears it all the time, always top notch. And he's there. Chris, I hope you're driving down for this event. Summit's coming in 3 weeks. You need to be part of this, brother. These are people you need to see. Anyway, back to Elizabeth. Elizabeth Riley is unbelievable. One of the most foundationally solid people I ever know. She's married, has the kids, everything else. She's coming out here because I said, Elizabeth, I actually talked to her right after the last one. She was down in Puerto Rico with a couple of with Brent and with Sheila and with Jeff and Marcy and everybody else. And she goes, George, if you're doing this again, I need to come. I want to come speak to your partners. I said, all right, great. She's coming in. She'll be touching a little bit on luxury, a little bit on business. You want to listen to her. All right. She was also, and I love this story. You guys will hear it, and I'm going to tell it again at the summit for the people that don't get it. I was interviewing. I had a mission. When I was going to join this company, I had to do a lot of research. So I interviewed. My mission was 60 agents. It is the very first day. The event was EXP convention, which we're going to do in December. Excuse me, in August or November out in Las Vegas. Must go. It's Las Vegas. Come on. I mean, let's go. Let's go have fun. But you got to go. And we'll talk about that. I'll cover that at the summit as well. Folks, I'm walking into the restaurant. My wife and I, Jackie and I, are walking in. It is like 7:30 in the morning. And so think about this. Everybody's wearing their name tag and they're all in workout clothes. All right. Now I get when you're at a summit or when you're at an event, you wear a lanyard and all, but I mean, it's kind of pompous to wear a name tag when you're in your workout clothes. I mean, I just didn't understand the dynamic of that, but think about it. We're all avatars. So everybody can look down and go, oh my God, it's you. So that, and I caught it after a while. It made sense to me. But anyway, I'm walking in, we're going to grab a seat. And as my wife is walking to the table, I stop and there's these 2 young ladies sitting there having breakfast. I said, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I noticed you're with EXP. My name is George Philbeck. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. And I'm really, really looking at this model. I was wondering if you could spend a couple minutes and just kind of give me your personal opinion. 45 minutes later, they're having breakfast with us and just going on nonstop about everything EXP. Now, my first experience with EXP is Elizabeth Riley and Sheila Fairgeron. Here's the funny part, and for all of you as well, Elizabeth Riley sponsored Gene Frederick, who is our board of directors, an incredibly Awesome guy. He couldn't come. He's on vacation in Breckenridge. So sorry, we lost out on that one. Elizabeth Riley is a couple underneath and knows Glenn Sanford very well. She was one of the first people with this company. Because of her, I was like, wow, that was amazing. And in fact, Jackie said the same thing. She is one of the most dynamic people I have ever met. And I am thrilled and tickled pink that she's going to be here, spending time with you, talking to you, having conversations with you. Guys, don't miss them on happy hour. Go up and talk to them, introduce yourself, take a selfie with them, and just get to know them. And here's why. It's all about relationships. Now, we talk about that constantly. In front of you are going to be some of the strongest, most powerful people in the real estate industry, and they are here for you, providing whatever they can to help you. I encourage you strongly to talk to them. Go say hi, introduce yourself. They want to get to know every single person. But there's more. All right. Jaime Resendez is coming out. He is going to go through a very quick overview as well as some handouts and flyers on YouTube, and particularly creating your own niche market. What are the tools you need? I expect he'll be providing that for us. What do you need to have right now so you can instantly get started and doing this? Because YouTube is a great way to build your business. You're going to use it for marketing. Whatever you create lasts longer than you will. He's walking us through it because he's the best I know at this, and he's phenomenal. We'll have a little bit of coaching going on from Miss Debbie Latuga and her partner. They'll be spending some time talking again about real estate nuggets. How do you help actionable items with your business? Of course, we're going to be doing something with open houses because we absolutely love them. But there's a twist. It's our singular mission to be able to show you how to do a big open house. You can't do every one like this, but imagine if you could do one a month that was really something special, and you could generate $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 from your vendors to help, like your title company, your mortgage company, your home inspector, to help supplement your marketing for this. What would you do? We're going to teach you. What would you do with a couple $1,000s to make sure that when you're done with that open house, you own that neighborhood? I mean, they all know who you are, and they don't know who you are for right now. They know who you are that much longer down the road, because when the house goes pending, hey, because of our open house, we got 17 offers or whatever the case may be. We're going to show you how to do that. We're going to dive deep into that and help you with your business model. Shannon Pyatt's going to be there. Some of you know Shannon because he does a lot of our work with our KV Core, and he's very, very good at that. I want to tell you he's here for a different reason. He's going to be telling you a story on something personal, and it's going to make an impact. I know it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it'll make a great impact on you all, and it should be able to help you in your quest for your personal big why. Tina Valiant will be here as well. You all know Tina. Tina is, in my opinion, one of the best instructors. She will be dropping, again, more nuggets. This is a lot about knowing your people. And if you've gotten that kind of, that thrust, we definitely want to focus on lead generation. We also want to focus on how do we take it from this level to the next level? How do we continue to grow with some talk about what's the next leveraging position you're going to need? How do you get more support for what you're doing? The whole idea is when you get done with this, you've got 3 or 4, maybe 6 or 8 really actionable items that you can apply that are going to make an immediate difference in your business. Now, when I say immediate difference, I want you guys to hear this clearly. The reason we're doing this in September is this is about to be the first quarter of 2022. It starts soon, like right away. Okay. We are in the first quarter of 2022, October 1st. Make no misunderstandings. Your actions, October, November, December, the 90 days from 90 days from momentum is going to dramatically impact your January, February, March, and April. And that was strategic. It also happens to be magical dining around here, so we get to eat a little bit cheaper, and there's not as many people here in September. So hopefully it'll be less crowded. We can have more fun and take over International Drive. That's just George talking. I prefer scotch and water, but that's a conversation for a different time, maybe later on. Okay. Folks, I asked Chris Bear, our vice president, to come along with Kristen. And it's really Kristen I want to speak to. In the matter of about 3 or 4 months, that's not fair. In the matter of 6 to 8 months, let's say a year, Kristen has built a team over in Brevard that is almost unmatched at this point. I think they have like 15 agent partners on their team. They're all in production and they're working. She does the accountability, the training, helps them do it. Of course, there is lead generation. That's not just what we do. She's purchasing leads and she uses Zillow as her platform. Again, it's not bad. I don't care for Zillow. It's not as dependable. Database is always your number one resource, always. However, Ginny, great job on that home. Way to go. Sorry, just saw you. Awesome. Rock star. Love that property that was on Facebook. Just had to call it out. Sorry, that was a random thought that entered into my brain there. Folks, she's really done a remarkable job. Chris has been busy doing whatever the heck he's doing with being the vice president. So as much as, we're going to let Chris think that he's the star, no, it's Kristen. She has single-handedly done this and she's kicked the ever-living crap out of it. I am so impressed with her. I cannot see straight. There is a lot more. We'll have a couple panels on there on successes and where they're going. We have in our midst, we have somebody who's about to become an icon. We've got agents who are increasing their business nonstop, and we wanted to share the successes with them with that as well. There's going to be a happy hour, sponsored happy hour by 2 sponsors, which is Celebration, actually 3 sponsors, Celebration Title, which is our primary title company here in Central Florida. They said, we're going to do it. Also, our secondary sponsor for our mortgage lender is Mutual of Omaha. They will be sponsoring the happy hour with them. And love this, this is South Florida. There's a title company called the GPS. GPS, I forgot the last part of it. Never mind. I'll tell you what it is. It is something that's being created by Tony and Fred, and it is a title group. And ironically, it has a GPS name on it. So I personally think it's the most brilliant title company in the world to help our South Florida partners have somebody local down there. They'll talk more about this when we're there. This is with the happy hour. The whole idea is to give us all an opportunity to get face-to-face and have a conversation one-on-one with them. Now, there is, of course, a late night gathering on Thursday. All of the information and what happened, the itinerary is included inside of the Eventbrite. The Eventbrite will be your kind of go-to for what's happening. As we sell out, we'll update it with lists of area restaurants where you've got a good QR. You could just go boom, 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 and use that as kind of your focal point for what's going on. There is going to be golf on Friday at 2:00. There is in the Eventbrite. You don't have to buy the ticket to go through this. Obviously, you need a ticket to have the golf with us. But in the Eventbrite, you want to go down and you'll see it. It says a link to register for the golf. We have a certain number of people that can, or a certain number of tee times we can do. But we're going to be playing golf on Friday after the event is over. There is also a family barbecue on Friday as well. And I believe that's at the Marriott with the Lazy River, which is awesome. So family, friends, children, absolutely invited. Just a neat place to hang out for the rest of the day. All right. This is about your business and about your success and about the commitment that everybody, including everybody on this call, has to your personal success in your business. I am grateful for Tiffany and for Joe. Tiffany, particularly, I'm calling you out. You are awesome. I cannot put this on without her. Her and I are, for the next 2 weeks, focusing, 2.5 weeks, focusing literally all of our energy on making sure this is awesome, from lanyards to signs to the things that you don't really see, to making sure it's organized. There is a conversation. I think we're going to do this. There is going to be a high-level lunch that will have an additional charge. Okay. The cost is $99. You know why? Because at $99, it only cost me a couple $1,000s to put this on. That's just kind of the truth of how this works out, particularly at this hotel, because it's a very, very nice hotel. By the way, Natasha, thank you. She put a link in there, booking.com. If you're getting a hotel room, you can get it at the host hotel. If you do it on their website, it's going to cost a lot more. If you go to booking.com, Natasha, love you. That's awesome. It's almost exactly the same rate. So please, booking.com for your hotel. You want to stay in the host hotel if you can. There is on Wednesday, the arrival time Wednesday is, if you're coming in Wednesday, you're going to spend the night. There is a poolside mastermind. Yeah, let's call it a mastermind. We all know exactly what it is. We're hanging out at the pool. There's a bar right there. You figure it out, from about 3 to 7. This is supposed to be a lot of fun. It is 100% of a write-off in a business expense. Invest in yourself. It will pay it forward much more than you know. I cannot tell you how powerful it is to put yourself in a room of that kind of energy. So I want to share something with y'all because I think this is just awesome. Hang tight. Let me see if I can find it. In the meantime, anybody have any thoughts, any comments? I would love some input from anybody else that has an opportunity, feel free to say anything you need right now. Oh, we're just dead air.
Summit's in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Okay, wait for it. All right.
George, I
Yes,
have one
ma'am.
thing to say.
Hey, Lori.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The
Mm.
summit that you did prior was nothing but amazing. So I'm only sure that it's going to outdo this last one. So I just want to thank you and Tiffany and everybody else involved with this. I know y'all work very hard and it shows. Thank you so much for doing this for us.
You're very welcome. All right, let's take a look at this. This is for you guys. We're doing the exact same thing, except Brandon, Brandon, go ahead real quick. You first.
Okay, hey, I just wanted to jump in on the last comment. So I've challenged my team to spend a minimum of an hour today calling and inviting everybody to this summit. And I challenge you guys as individual agents and team leaders to do the same. And then maybe we have a little competition.
Oh, that's a really good point. I forgot to mention this. So for everybody that is part of the CRM Grow, and the reason I say that is because CRM Grow will actually, it makes a difference in your ability to send it. There's a template that I'm putting out that I'm sending to everybody in CRM Grow, telling about the summit, inviting them if they want to come, they need to reach out to me, and then I will gladly reserve a ticket for them. These are not people that are part of our real estate company, but they may be guests that are interested in joining us. It's open to everybody. Y'all get this? Agents helping agents, growth, partnership, synergy. That is the entire dynamic. This is not broker specific, yet there are some things that will be specific. DeFalco, Jay, you gonna be there, brother? Give me a shake of the head. Yes, you gonna be there? Good, because Jay's got a story to tell. He's gonna be on the panel with us as well, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Jay. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You bringing your wife? She coming? Outstanding. We're gonna bring her over too. Let me share, Brandon, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It is open to anybody. It is definitely designed for us. It's about us. It's about you guys. Anybody else that's not a part of that's part of EXP, part of a GPS group, or our affiliate partners, as Brandon is, don't misunderstand me. You're absolutely welcome, but this is for you. This is for you. It's a gift. I want you to have this. I want you to grow. I'm just really, really excited. Christian, good to see you, man. Christian's going to be there too. And let me share this with you guys. I would like you to see this, and hopefully that'll motivate you a little bit. GPS Summit starts in 3, 2, 1.
The whole GPS Summit is for you and your real estate business, and most importantly, it's for every one of you to be able to reach your personal goals. That's the mission statement behind the GPS.
This year alone, I've more than doubled my listings that I had all of last year so far.
We literally halved our expenses, doubled our business.
I increased my business over 50%.
I tripled my production from any prior year.
First year capped, second year capped. This is my third year. I'm going to hit icon.
The GPS group has revolutionized my business and changed what I can do for my team. Between the systems, the resources, leadership.
The people that aren't even going to benefit from my success are helping me because I think that's the climate.
GPS for me, there's no other collaboration out there. There's no other support like that, especially with the newer agents and that checklist. You will not find that with any other brokerage.
Very excited about all the tools and the inspiration. The training that we get is just absolutely amazing and phenomenal.
This is about giving, and that's what we do at these events. This is where you're going to pick up nuggets, the stuff, the tips, the tricks, the tactics, and things that you need to really blow your business up.
For everybody that didn't make it, you got next year. We'll see you soon.
All right.
It's all about you guys. This is for you. Do me a favor right now. I want you to commit. I want you to say, I'm going to go. There's nothing that's going to stop me. I will make things happen. By the way, I'll tell you what your commitment's going to be in just a couple seconds. I want to tell you my commitment. I wasn't sure. I wasn't really comfortable. In fact, I was a little bit intimidated by it. I didn't think I was ready. And quite possibly, it was over what I thought I could get. It was over what I thought I deserved. And I had a lot of self-doubt. But to do this, I had to say to myself something. I had to get myself into motion. I had to start doing something. And if I didn't, I would have stayed the same. My life would be the same, and I would not be where I am today. And what I said was, and I quote, 1, 2, 3, go. And it changed my life. I took action immediately. I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. There was nothing that's going to stop me. And I am committed. Now, I've done that other times and I've had success because of it. An example would be when I wanted to branch out into marketing, because all I was doing was for sale by owners. That was my entire business. And I said, I want to do more. I like the idea of TV, although I have a face for radio. So I'm going to find the best of the best. And I'm going to do something extremely uncomfortable. I'm going to call him up and ask him if I can go out and talk to him and fly out. And I've told you all the story of how I met Jeff and that it was, he was rude and gruff and abusive or abrasive on the phone. And I spent 3 days at his house as he showed me everything I needed to know about TV. He's the reason I'm here with real estate. But I did something. I took action. I want you all to commit to this as well. And I'm going to tell you what mine was. And this changed my life. I was not comfortable with where I was going. I didn't think that I would get an affirmative on this. I didn't think the answer would be yes. I thought it would be a resounding no, that there was no way this was going to happen. But I sat there and I said to myself, 1, 2, 3, go. And I took action. That second, I said, I'm moving. I've got to do it. I've got to put myself in motion. I've got to make a commitment to me for what I want in this world and what I deserve, even though I didn't think I was worth it and I would have gotten it. So I said, 1, 2, 3, go. And I put one foot in front of the other. And I walked up and I said, you look very familiar. Have we met before? As my knees are shaking. Now, in doing that, I walked up to what is the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my life, who captured my heart literally instantly. But I was afraid through the whole process. And I asked Jackie, have we ever met before? You look very familiar. And that changed the trajectory of my life. That one thing. Normally you just say, wow, she's, this is how guys think. Holy cow, that is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She's stunning. And they're afraid to approach you girls because truthfully, y'all scare the crap out of us. Let's just be transparent. You do. We can't figure you out. But I said, I have to do this because it's going to change my life. I had to call Brett or Jeff because it's going to change my life. I had to fly out to Brent's office and see how he did open houses because it had to be something I was going to do. I had to make this change from my brokerage I'm super comfortable with to this great brokerage. It's all about the agents. I'm going to ask you to take action right now. Sign up now and then make it happen. The absolute worst thing that will happen by you being here is your energy level is going to go from here to here. You're surrounded by people that actually give a damn about your success. And we are so excited to get together. Now, there's going to be an opportunity. I believe we are still batting this around. I think we can pull it off. If there's enough people that are interested in this, and if you're listen, no commitments needed, none at all. We may have an opportunity to have lunch on Thursday in the room right next to where we're having our conference and have it brought in for probably about 30 or 40 people, as well as every one of our high-level speakers will be there. Now, the lunch is going to cost somewhere around $65 because that's what the hotel costs. It's like $50 plus tax plus gratuity. So it comes out to $65. It's just literally a pass-through. But you're in the room with them face-to-face, one-on-one with the most powerful people in our entire brokerage, and they're there because they want to talk to you. If that's something you're interested in, it might be a possibility, just so we can read the meter. Hit in the chat box. I'm interested. We won't be calling on you. We'll let everybody know that that's an opportunity. I just want to gauge the meter. If it sounds like it for $65, I would invest in spending the time with them one-on-one, where I'm literally an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes with these guys, some real FaceTime. I can't see the chat, so I'm going to turn them on. Okay. So I guess we're going to be putting on the lunch, Tiffany. Does it look like we're going to do the lunch? You might want to give her Cecilia a call, let her know we'll be doing a lunch. There's going to be 2 things to order. We'll get to all that. We're going to put that out. It will be on a first come, first serve basis. I'm letting you know that it will be on a first come, first serve basis. But we're putting it out to everybody in just a little bit in the next couple of days. So be prepared for that. Wow. Thank you guys so much for your feedback on that, because that gives Tiffany and I the ability, and Joe, to move forward with it. as I said, I'm going to keep this to about 30 minutes. We're 30 minutes in. Here are your speakers. Here are just a smattering of some of them. This is Miss Sheila Fairsrom. Love Sheila. TJ, I see. I'll get you in just a second. And you have not had an opportunity to meet yet. This is Miss Elizabeth Riley. She is awesome. These are two new additions to who we had our last event. And of course, our three speakers are back, as well as some of our guest speakers who are coming in to really hit on some specific topics, all for you. Go up, shake their hand. If you see somebody, if Brent's walking by, go 1, 2, 3, go, and walk up and go, "Hi, Brent. I'm Marielle. It's so nice to meet you." I'm dead serious, Marielle. Walk up to him, introduce yourself. He's the most lovable guy in the whole wide world. Now, Jeff, on the other hand, looks a little bit shaky. Bald head, 6'4", nicest guy in the possible world. He'll give you the skin off your back, and he's a great ally and a partner, as well as a hell of a businessman. He's a real estate coach, a title mortgage person, title person. He's done about everything there is to do except sell homes, and he didn't want to because it inhibited his ability to coach his agents, because now he didn't have a license and he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be pure and not be licensed, be a consumer, and coach him on that. TJ, your hand up, sir. How can I help?
Hey, George. Now, I just wanted to clarify or verify some information. You said once previously that there may be some breakout workshops. Are they still going to be doing something like that? Or
There's no way for us to do breakouts, TJ. I love that idea. It's not a breakout. What we really want to do is the breakout workshop. We were talking about it, and I love what Robert was talking about too. The problem is if we take a breakout, we're taking away from the time we have with the speakers, because they are going to be covering a lot of things that will provide a lot of nuggets in areas that you may not be aware of. You're like, oh my God, I want to learn more about that. The morning masterminds are really the best breakouts because we can get granular on a topic. And that's what we want to know. And for everybody on the call, thank you guys for being on this call today. If there's a topic you want covered, please send it to Tiffany, because we regularly, Tom, myself, Fred, Tony Falco, and Deep, and anybody that's interested in teaching class, we're like, holy crud, what are we going to teach today? What are we going to talk about? So your input energizes us, TJ. If there's something you want, and everybody, please send it to Tiffany or just put it in the chat. Hey, I'd love to have a call on this, because we look at that all the time. I have a special surprise for y'all. On September 8th, which is Wednesday, next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, we have a special surprise tomorrow too. Tiffany, you want to talk a little bit about tomorrow real quick?
Sorry. Tomorrow we have How to Excel Working with Investors with Holly Barrett. She is a business partner of ours. She's based out of Atlanta, Georgia. This young lady, I onboarded her when I first came on, and her business has just taken off, and she focuses on investors. She has so much business that she's referring it out to other partners in her area. So lots of information coming at you guys tomorrow. And that's at 8:30.
Well, that won't be any good. I don't want to know how to have business I have to refer out. I don't want to be busy. Busy sucks. That scares me. I don't want to do that. I want to be chill. I want to sit at the beach and not have any money to buy a margarita. Okay. I want to sit at the beach and have somebody bring me a margarita. That's what I want. It's got to have a little balloon or a little umbrella in it. Cause that's what works for me. The following Wednesday, and I love this. Has anybody here, just raise your hand, say, yes, I have, if you put it in the chat. Has anybody ever heard of a coach named Steve Powers? Okay. We may have a couple people that did. No is the answer. So Steve Powers, for the last 20 years, is the #1 top Mike Ferry coach. And Mike Ferry is the #1 top real estate coach there is. In fact, Mike Ferry's son is Tom Ferry, who is now the #1 top coach. Steve Powers is, to say the least, unbelievable. His fee is around $2,500 an hour per month to coach people. He coaches people that sell $100 million. He coaches teams, as does, in fact, Debbie Latuga and her partner. They are the same person, the same level. Steve Powers is going to be doing a call on getting started and lead generating. He'll be doing it the following Wednesday. To say I am ecstatic is an understatement. This is a gentleman who coached me my first year in real estate through my real estate partner, who was a massive Mike Ferry participant. Literally 20 years ago, he helped me with for sale by owners and how to stay on point. Not with for sale by owners specifically, but how to make sure that I was prospecting, doing what I needed to do. I had the chance to be introduced to him through a great partner of mine, Milton James. And here's the funny part. We talked for 30 minutes and then said, let's talk later at 4 o'clock. We talked from 4 to 5:30 afterwards. To say I was in like nirvana is an understatement. I am talking to, and his ideas, holy cow. I was driving, so I couldn't write as much of it down, but I put down a bunch of notes in my phone as best I could. This guy is talking about how to make money. Now, that is his mantra. How do we help people make money? Now, a lot of us are of the idea that we're in a relationship business, and I respect and I love that, and I totally feel that because I'm the same way. But there's ways in there to increase your profits. And the way he was doing it was all about strategies. I was enamored with this call because it opened up the business side of my brain, which doesn't open a lot when it comes to real estate. It's more emotional and relationships, but it opened up the business side. And it was like he's pouring this stuff in. I'm like, dude, we got to do this again. I am trying to get him to come to the summit and give us a quick 20 minutes or so as well. And a lot of that is going to depend on your feedback next week. So next Wednesday, you want to be on there. We'll put it out there. By the way, put this one out on social media. Same thing with tomorrow's call. You'll get a text message on this. Invite a couple friends that you know to join us. Anybody that's a partner with me in CRM Grow, who has CRM Grow, which is for helping us in the attraction side of our real estate business, like investing properties with EXP. We get to benefit as the brokers do. We get to actually be the beneficiary like a broker is with our company. You all know that. You have your own business. And if you're a partner in CRM Grow, I've got a send out it's already in the templates, in the team templates, and it is something you can share. I will be sending it to every one of you so you can receive it and see how it reads. And then it's in the team section of materials for anybody with CRM Grow. You can take that and send it out to everybody in your CRM Grow as well. I think you'll find it to be a very cool little tool. We're going to do that on a bi-weekly basis for everybody. Okay. This is where I shut up. I'm going to open it up to everybody. Any comments? If not, I'm going to turn it over to Tiff. We'll go to the after hours party. I have a lunch menu to plan for you. I'm glad you guys are going to do this. Is there a class webinar I can learn from how to, Jess, great question, Jessica. Yes, there are some help things in there. It's pretty basic. Actually, Jessica, let's do this. After we're done, and we'll switch it over. I'm going to actually pull up mine and I will share it with anybody on here, show you kind of how it works pretty quickly. I'll give you a quick tutorial. It should take around 2 or 3 minutes. It'll give you a good start. And
also, remember, we did have who was it? The developer from CRM Grow on our call, and that one was that one recorded? It might have been in Workplace. So if you search our Workplace group for CRM Grow, you should be able to find the video that we recorded then too.
I may ask to have him back on. Tiff, that's a great idea. Would you remind me? Let's ask Matt to come back on the Thursday after Summit. Might be a great opportunity at that point to have that be pinpointed, and we'll set that up. Just remind me about it if you would. For anybody that wants to stick around for this, that's it. Go home. Better yet, start prospecting. Call the people you love. Most importantly, remember, somebody out there needs to know today, right now, that you love them, that they matter, that they're important. Tell them that, because you can change a life, and it worst thing's going to happen is going to make you feel better. Here's something else for y'all to remember. I asked you to do something for me. I asked you to take action immediately. I asked you to commit to your success, to your momentum, to your business, simply by saying, I'm going to get right now a ticket for the CR or for the event. It's in the chat box. It'll be dropped in just a couple seconds. You can find it as well. Hold on. You can find it as well. Way to go. Way to go. Love that. Love to see that. If you have any questions, if you go to My Morning Mindset, right down here at the bottom, GPS Summit, there's the link. Okay. While you're in My Morning Mindset, if you go into the attraction, this is leading into what we're going to do on the next part of this. In the attraction tab, here's the link to CRM Grow. And this, remember, I receive, and I'm telling you, I'm going to spend all this money at the summit because I receive $2.40 from every one of you that signs up. That's my bonus right there. That's the money that's buying my sailboat. Y'all get that? Every one of you that signs up for CRM Grow and uses that link, I get $2.40, and that's going into my sailboat money. So when I go out sailing, it's because that $2.40. Actually, what that does is it allows us to maintain a team structure. I believe you can do that even if you're not, This is CRM Grow, and this is the team. You simply go into your team sections and add to join a team and type in the GPS group. These are all the people on our teams, and in the teams, you'll see that there is specific material. Last March's GPS Summit is here. There's some more information that's come in. Under templates, you'll see this one, invite to the GPS Summit and video explaining, not recruiting. Now, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it will when I send it to you. So we have and if you decide that this is the right thing for you, now remember, this is for your real estate business and building your real estate business, which we're able to do at EXP for helping to grow the company through talking to friends. It's not recruiting, guys. It really isn't. It's having conversations with your friends and telling an authentic story. This is a great way to give them an overview. And you'll notice that in this folder for all of us, there is literally 30 different videos that are all awesome. Different presentations, and there's a second section on here. This is really, really cool. And in your contacts, let's use, well, Tina Valiant, or no, Allie. Allie's on the call. I'm going to send something to Allie. I want to send an email to him. So I click on new email. Here's the subject. There's that. I want to record something. I can do it. I want to add a template in there that if I wanted to use a template, I could do it. If I want to add a token in there, I want his first name. It'll be right there. I know this is a little hard to see and I'm going kind of quickly. I can also input materials. Like let's say I want to send to Allie the summit. Now here's the interesting part. Allie, are you still on the call, sir? I think we lost him. He may have already jumped off. Let me do this. I'm not going to send this to Ali. I'm going to send this to Tiffany. I'd like you to see the power of this. Tiffany, on your phone, do me a favor on your phone for this one, okay? So I'm going to click on Tiffany. I'm going to create an email. I'm going to send a new email, as you can probably imagine. And I'll put in there this one, this video, and I'm sending it. Tiff, you know what to do when it gets there. So it shows that the email is sent, and on my dashboard, I have the ability to see activity. And one of the activities on this, if I open up Tiffany, it's going to send that she opened the email, which is very, very cool. We'll come back to the dashboard in just a couple of seconds. The power of this is that you get to watch them proceed through what you're sending. So you can see if they've watched it. While Tiffany's going through and watching that, please let it play for just a second. I'd like to introduce you guys to an idea that when we're talking about eXp Realty, for all of you that are, and all of you are part of eXp, we're kidding at this point. If you're having a conversation about that, the only thing that matters is your authentic story. Truthfully, do not try and sell it or schmooze it to somebody. It doesn't work because nobody wants to be sold to, and I don't encourage you to do so. What I do encourage you to do, though, if you're talking about it, you've got your authentic story, simply say, hey, listen, let me do this. Let me send you over something that kind of gives you a 10,000-foot overview. Tiffany, with a nod of the head, are you still watching that on there for me? Did you turn it off? Please play it again and press play and watch through the whole thing while I'm talking right now. It's a minute and 40 or 53 seconds.
The whole thing? Because I played
a minute and
part of it.
53 seconds.
Okay.
Watch as much as you can. I should be able to keep going. Folks, here's the idea behind it. Your job, actually, it just sent me a message that said material is tracked. Tiffany just watched it, but carry on with it, Tiff, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Your job is to tell your authentic story, what's important to you, what is of value to you, why it's special to you, and then say, listen, can I send you over something that will actually help you get a better view of it? That way it's not just me. That is correct, Joe. Thank you for doing that for red on there one. Folks, for the record, Joe, do me a favor and please remember this, the password for the My Morning Mindset, don't put that in the chat. The chat is public. That is something we can workplace chat somebody to because that is confidential. Okay, it is for the GPS group. So please, Joe, in the future, and same thing, Red, if you want something like that, just message one of us and we can share it with you. My mission would be, I would like to send something to Tiffany and have her take a look at it. And it's important for me to have her look at it because when she's looking at it, and I'm not trying to sell it, she's more open-minded to say, maybe this will fit for me. And here's the thing. Half the time it won't. And that's totally okay because nothing's for everybody. But the other half the time, it might be something they're interested in. And then let's just continue to follow up as we do for any lead anywhere and not sell, but keep them informed. And this allows you to do so in a far, far more efficient fashion. So let's go back to our dashboard and let's see what happened with Tiffany. So I'm going to open Tiffany's up and look at this. Tiffany watched from 35 seconds to 1 minute and 56 seconds. It's 1 minute and 57. I know she watched the beginning part of it because she just told me, but I can tell you without question that Tiffany has seen the entire video. She now knows what I was sending her. And had I been sending her something, in my case, this is my favorite one because I've looked at all of them and I love this. It really communicates very well, very not salesy. It's let's talk about what the facts are so that you can make an informed decision. So this is the one I end up sending to a lot of the people that ask for more information or I'm providing more information. And I get to see what they've done with it. Have they watched it? What their activity is. And it notifies me on my phone. It notifies me in my email. To me, sorry about that. To me, that is the power of CRM Grow. And in its nutshell, that is exactly what it is. So for everybody that's a partner of mine in CRM Grow, that's on the team that is there, and there's about 30 of you, I'm going to be sending out an email just to you that you can then take, and it's part of your templates. And you can actually send that to everybody in your CRM Grow. And it's an invitation to the summit if they want to come. And it's also, I put in there an extra little video that I like that I wanted to include. And I'll be able to see if they actually watch it. It invites them. I said, listen, if you'd like to come to the summit, you can come as my guest. I'd love to have you. Please let me know if it's a possibility. If it is, let me know. And I'll make sure there's a ticket waiting for you. That's the power of CRM Grow. And I went off on a rant on that, but I hope, and I forgot who asked me about that. Oh, Jessica. Jessica, did that help at all?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks really user friendly too. I get nervous to get new things and then have to like spend 5 days on YouTube learning them. But that honestly looks super user friendly.
Great help section right up here as well. It is a 14-day free trial. So everybody's on the same, great help section right up here. Help live training 101 right up in this section. It is a 14-day free trial. You can cancel at any given time. I'm going to tell you, the videos you can also grab from my morning mindset and just send those. Now you won't have transparency through there, but guys, because we're always about leading with revenue, about making sure that we have enough money. I don't want you guys going broke. If funds are a little bit tight, pick some of the videos in the attraction in my morning mindset. In fact, just so you guys know, if you're going to send something to somebody and you want a similar version, this is Brent Go's video. It is phenomenal. This is the 9-minute overview video. It's the one we talk about all the time. Please feel free to watch these. It's so important that you have an idea. That one that I said I use all the time, that's right here. It's the best attraction video. And then there's Jackie and George's video. Oh, this is just too much fun. I'm going to have to share this with you. For those that haven't seen this, this is one that Jackie and I made a while ago. It is way outdated.
House lab in Oviedo, Florida.
But there's a funny part of it.
Hi, I'm Jackie.
Past that.
I only realized that this was a better model for my.
So this is us talking. It is a little outdated, but it's a lot of fun. Here's the part I want to share with just my friends at the very, very end.
No question, it was the right choice for us.
Watch this.
Is it the right choice for you? Reach out to the person that thought enough to share this with you. If you like, give Jackie and I a call. Either way, thanks very much for your time. If you'd like more information, go to join.exprealty.com. Nobody will know. It'll be a secret. From both of us, thank you.
Bye.
Wait for it. Don't go. Wait.
What are you still doing here? It's over. Go home.
So there's a story behind that, and I'm going to share it with you guys just because it's fun and embarrassing. When we're filming this, as you guys may or may not know, my wife was she was a news anchor, so she's classically trained in this. It was a 21-minute video that we made, and it would take about an hour for her to get it down because she nailed everything. It took 4.5 hours to do that because it turns out somebody sucks at this. So I couldn't get it right. And she's like, you're too low, you're too high, you're horrible at this. And she's so good. Oh my God. So we finally got through it after like 4.5 hours. And it was back here. We literally blacked out the whole room, turned off the curtains, everything, cleaned up, moved couches and built a studio back here. I am just done, man. So I said, that's it. Jacket's off. I go and transparently, it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I pour myself a scotch. I come back. I said, God, I really always wanted to film that like Ferris Bueller ending. I thought that'd be funny. He's like, well, we got enough up here. Go get dressed up. Come on back. We'll do it. So I did. And on the way back, I made another scotch and I came back and I filmed that. I said, that's awesome. I can't wait. That's cool. Send it to me. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but send it to me. So Joe, who was my videographer and who was doing all this for me, he sends it to me. And then he also sends me the final product of the video that is available for you guys if you want it. And that's the Jackie and George's video, slightly outdated. It is outdated on some things. So please be aware of that. About 4 weeks later, now this is now out in public. We have a website committed to it, so they can go to the website and take a look at it. It's out in public. Somebody calls me up and they're like, man, that video was great. I'm like, thank you so much. They say, I absolutely love the ending. I'm like, what? So what? So I look at it, goes, yeah, the funny ending at the end. I'm like, what? So I look at this thing and I run through the video. I go to the very end. Damned if that son of a bitch didn't tag it on the end, didn't even bother telling me. So that's out there. It's public now. Anybody can see that. However, there is something fun about that. If somebody watches it, I always encourage them watch all the way through to the end. So if you decide that's one you want to use, terrific. But remember, it's outdated. It's all about you, though. I just thought I'd share that funny story with you because, well, it actually made me laugh a lot. And now I've got that on posterity. I can give it to my kids when they still don't know who Ferris is, but they will after they watch that. All right, that's all I got. Anybody got anything for the greater good? It's now we're going to after party at this point. You guys want to kill the recording? Oh crap, that was recorded. Oh, shit. Oh, well.